But a lot of times people will take the Bible out of context and they'll use words and spin it to make it look like it was. So the Bible was written 100 years ago, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and it doesn't give the author the chance to defend themselves and what they actually meant when they wrote it. So if me and you was working in LA Fitness together, and this girl walked in and you was like, dang, she fat. You know what I mean? I won't understand what you meant, but if somebody else overheard you, she might take it offensive because she might think that you mean FAT. But because of the dialogue that me and you have and the relationship that me and you have, I understand what you mean. But if somebody was coming from the outside and they had no understanding on what we meant, they would take it completely different. That's how a lot of times white people do, especially white officers. They look at our body movement, they look at our gestures, and they just don't understand it. And that's why the police officers are shooting us, because they don't understand that we just pulling up our pants because it's our culture to sag. It's not their culture to sag, so they don't understand why we reaching to pull up our pants, why we walking some type of way. We look aggressive to them naturally, but to us, that's our natural posture, but they don't understand it. But once they understand it, it makes more sense, and they're not able to take it out of context or aggressive. So once we start unfolding the Bible, we start reading it for its real context. First, we find out who wrote it, when did they write it, why did they write it, and who were they trying to speak to when they was writing it. So that way we're able to understand when they said slave, what do they mean by slave? Did he mean crack and whip slaves? Because when the Bible was written, this wasn't America's slavery. America's slavery didn't happen until like another 1,000 years ago. So you have to actually read the context and see what it meant. Slavery could have meant something else then.